second video of the night if you're watching this, although this may not be on until the next night, but I have Dom joining in on this jazz vinyl tag started by tunes from the Man Cave, Chris. Again, just discovering your channel. I have heard the channel before, I just haven't gotten to it since I'm pretty new with the BC. And yeah, why not? Jazz vinyl tag. I like doing the regular vinyl tag so much because it just gives you a chance to talk about different things, different records, and here we go with jazz. I'm a long-time jazz collector, but never buying heavy until over the last couple of years. It's really the first collection of records I ever had was a jazz collection in 1998. I'll put a link to the video I did about that. I called that the Jazz Origin Story. So jazz vinyl tag makes a ton of sense, and I just have to say, like, jazz these days is nuts. It's gotten crazy. All records have gotten crazy, but jazz exponentially so. It's gotten to the point where records I look up from just a few months ago are going for 2-3 times what I paid for them. And I thought I was paying sort of a high price for it maybe as well in some cases. So it's a hell of a time to be collecting records, jazz records that is particularly. And speaking of which, I'm going to be probably unveiling in a couple of days a pretty insane jazz collection, primarily, as well as other things. That Angry Mom Records, the store I work at, is going to be selling. I think it's going to be an auction. I'll get to that. I'll put a link and post to that when it's happening. So I'm not as deep as some of you guys out there with jazz. Sure, if I just watched your video, and clearly you have a really wide and interesting taste in jazz music. So there's going to be a few holes for me here, but a fair amount of cool stuff to show. So let's just get into it. Jazz Vinyl Tag 2021. And a toast, and a sip of my beverage here, to Malcolm Cecil. Passed away last week. Pioneering synthesizer. Real important figure. Part of the Tonto's Expanding Headband. And this is his first record from 1981. His first solo record on the Unity label called Radiance. So we'll listen to that. Hopefully it's not getting blocked. Alright, so first question, album that got you into jazz. Now in college, I got this collection. I was studying jazz and learning alto saxophone. I'm not an amazing jazz musician or anything. I never totally followed it up, but I was studying jazz. And I started learning about bebop and all the, of course, classic bebop players. And in some of the classes I took, this record came up. Jazz at Massey Hall. Now I bought the CD of that at the time. But this record, I showed it in my Jazz Vinyl Origin Story. I couldn't believe it. You know, seemed like Kismet or something that was in there. This is originally from 1957, I believe it is. And this is the concert, as it was known. The concert. Jazz at Massey Hall. Charlie Parker, Dizzy Gillespie, Max Roach, Bud Powell, Charlie Mingus. I just couldn't believe it. It was just like, I was learning about all these key figures in bop, and here they all were playing together. This is on the debut, or I'm sorry, Fantasy. It was also on debut. Kooky red vinyl. Fantasy Records. Important record for me. First record that I bought that I can remember is this OJC Mingus at the Bohemia. With Mal Waldron on piano. Special guest Max Roach. Willie Jones as well on drums. This is an OJC, 80s record, Mingus at the Bohemia. First one I can remember actually buying it. Where did I get this? I do not know. But I bought this thing. Alright, a Blue Note record. Here's one that is from not the classic period of Blue Note. I don't have a ton of records on there. I've been trying to find something for the Blue Note series that have been going on, but I don't have anything that hasn't been done already. But I do have this, my original Eddie Gale's Ghetto Music. An amazing spiritual and avant-garde record. So, yeah, this is an incredible mind melt of a record. Eddie Gale on trumpet, the great group of singers sort of backing him, and Just a really deep, heavy-duty record, and super thrilled to have this original Blue Note. Looking for his second album still. I think following the year after, 69 or 70, maybe it was 70, on Blue Note. Alright, a prestige record. Let's talk about this. Cookin', the Cooks, Miles Davis Quintet. His fifth record as a band leader, John Coltrane on here. Red Dawn, Paul Chambers, Philly Joe Jones. What a group. 1957, scored this in Buffalo at Dots and Loops. It's a really early repress, technically. And let's close that. So Deep Groove Prestige labels. For $50 they had it. I just had to grab it, even though the spine is sort of cracked. I just thought, you know, I know how these early 60s or late 50s records and sound. You get in VG Plus, you're going to be in amazing shape. I mean, these things sound fantastic when they're good, or VG minus, and just the quality control back in the day was just high. And beautiful model pressing, you know, recorded by Van Gelder. Can't go wrong here. Beautiful record. Just going to show an Impulse. I do have a fair amount of Impulse records. I will show this posthumous Coltrane record live with Pharoah Sanders. Recorded in 65, released in 71. This is essentially the classic quartet. Jimmy Garrison, Elvin Jones, Coy Tyner, with special guest Pharoah Sanders. Complete scorcher, blistering stuff. It surprised me when I first heard it. Got this, my good friend here was given, he acquired from a family friend, just an amazing collection of jazz and avant-garde records. Awesome, just given. You got to just take it home and scored some cool stuff. In any case, I sold some of the things he didn't want, helped him sell those, and he gave me a few records, a Mother Mallet record and this record. So, why not? Really great live set. Sounds amazing. A Riverside record. I hate to say it, but I'm going to show the same one that Chris and Sherb showed. It's the only Riverside jazz record I have. It's this original Sunny Freedom Suite mono record. I won't say too much about it because you guys did the deed. Sublime stuff from Sonny Rollins. I think this is 58. Oscar Pettiford bass, Max Roach drums, trio, February 58, recorded, yeah. This was from that collection of jazz that I was given as a kid. Again, I will link to that YouTube video I did. I called it my vinyl origin story. There it is. Sonny Rollins, Freedom Suite. Riverside. I do have other Riverside records, but that's like the main jazz record I have. I have a lot of staple singers and gospel and blues and stuff. Alright, so the next one is a contemporary record. That'll be quick because I don't have any, but I do want the Sonny Simmons Ruma Suma record from 1970 is what I'm looking for. I don't have any contemporary records. Small label Subsidiary. Let's talk about this Eric Dolphy record, Iron Man. Recorded, let's get the year on this here. I don't think it has it. Since it's not dated on the sleeve, I'm going to say I don't know off the top of him when Dolphy passed away, if this is posthumous or not. But this has got to be the late 60s. Oh, he died in 1964. There it is right in the back here. Iron Man. So I believe this is posthumous, but it's got a great, it looks like just a great session. An original recording never before released. With Clifford Jordan on soprano. Henry Simmons alto sax, Prince Lasha on flute, Woody Shaw, Bobby Hutchinson on vibes. And this is on the Douglas label, small imprint distributed by Laurie. Maybe this is the early 70s. It kind of looks like an Atlantic release in a sense, SD 785, that's like an Atlantic catalog number. But a great underrated Dolphy session. I have a few. Out to Lunch is an all-time favorite. I have that and one other one with Ron Carter. In any case, I love this record. Strange imprint, Douglas. Also, to show this real quick, I want to make mention of the milestone label. Joe Henderson's Multiple. 1973, with Jack DeJohnette, Dave Holland, and Larry Willis playing Ray Modulator and Echoplex. This is a really cool modal record. I love this shot of Joe in the back. Got this here at my local store where I do work. Angry Mom. $15 for this promo. It was marked down, I think, because the spine is cracked, but I mean, it looks beautiful. Just that. Really reasonable, and thrilled to be able to grab it for the nice price. Nice fusion modal record. Joe Henderson. I'll just throw that one in there too, because the milestone label's got some great stuff. LP you have that many may not know about. I'll choose this Ahmed Abdullah record from 1980, a live album. He had spent some time with the Sun Ra Band. This is a sort of a little bit spiritual, mainly contemporary jazz from 1980 on the Cadence Jazz label, featuring Chico Freeman, Vincent Chansey, cello Munir Abdul Fattah, and Jerome Hunter, Rashid Sinan. Is that the same? Ooh. Okay. Oh, sorry, I was checking something. Anyway, this is an enjoyable live record. Don't know if anyone's shown this or was aware of it, but one I thought maybe you folks don't know. So I was looking to this one next, my favorite LP from 2020. I don't have any new records, but I do have this awesome reissue from just late last year, the Black Unity Trio. Super rare free jazz avant-garde record from '69 with Abdul Wadud on cello and bass, Yusuf Mumin on alto sax, Hassan Abdul Shahid, percussionist. Trio. An all-time super rare record. Never gonna see it. And this is a official reissue by the God of Groove, who I thought just pressed records, but apparently he's releasing them too. A Cleveland group. And this is edition of 2000, I got number 182. Pretty low. The whole story's in here. I think basically how they came upon getting this reissue done and everything. So great reissue. It's probably been shown, but I missed it. Al-Fatih, Black Unity Trio. Favorite LP and artist discography. I have a good run of a few different artists. Alice Coltrane. I'll choose this Huntington Ashram Monastery record. Second album, I believe, following the Monastic Trio. I was always drawn to this by the cover art. This is recorded in '69. A trio with Ron Carter and Rashid Ali. Just a lovely, sublime set here from Alice. You have, let's see, these are all original compositions. Yeah. Recorded in May of '69. Beautiful album. You can't go wrong with any of the Alice Coltrane records. And I don't know if this hasn't been reissued, but it should be. Or if it has, I don't know. But it needs to be out there. Alright, favorite LP from the record shop. I'm going to talk about Bop Shop Records, not too far from me, about an hour and a half in Rochester. Great store. Really deep selection of jazz, particularly. Prices can be tough. Not a cheap store. But I did find this Ornette, as it's known. We're not calling them Quartet. I think it's from 1960. I don't have a date in front of me. Hopefully I'll put it in. But very clean copy for $20 on the green and blue labels. I don't believe this is the first label. But to get that there for $20, it's like this is usually like for him, the Bop Shop, but we're talking easily $40. So great record. Classic early Coltrane, Ornette. Don Cherry's on here. Ed Blackwell drums. And Scott LaFaro bass. Tom Dowd, of course, the recording engineer. He's staff producer or engineer for Atlantic. Nasui Erdogan producing. Ornettes from Bop Shop. Great store. I'm hoping to go there. I haven't been there since before the pandemic, so I'm hoping to go there soon. Okay, LP bought online. I want to show something I just got. Just got this 2 days ago. It's this Sam Rivers record, a quad album, just called Hues. It's a compilation of sessions, I think this is. Sam Rivers, an amazing series of trio performances between 71 and 73. Norman Connor, the drummer one of the drummers, along with Barry Altschul, just slams on this record. Gives it a real good jazz funk sort of feel to it. This is a cheap album, under $20, and beautiful. It just really got my afternoon going today. Sam playing tenor and flute on this. I highly recommend this one. Also features Cecil McBee, Richard Davis, Evelyn Anderson, and Warren Smith. What we got? LP a friend found for you or got as a gift. I had two. One is a friend grabbed for me, and one was a gift. The first one, I talked about the book sale that we have here in Ithaca twice a year that features a ton of records where you can definitely score for the stock, or the going price is like $3, and it goes down progressively. The collector's corner often has records that shouldn't be there, and then records that they underprice, and this one was there. I saw it, there's a list that goes out of what's going to be in the collector's corner before the sale starts, and I saw that this was there. Easy Fossam. My Gifts, Pharoah Sanders. What a blazing album record from 73 on Strat East. All Pharoah compositions. Maybe I have it wrong. It says recorded in 69. I'm pretty sure it was in the early 70s it was released. Yeah, 73 on the labels. I know this is the one and only pressing. I don't know what the story there is, but you have on here, let's see, well, it tells you on the front, right? Clifford Jordan is credited with some of these as the producer, Clifford Jordan Jr. anyway. And we have Sonny Fortune on alto, Billy Hart drums, Cecil McBee on bass, Majid Shabazz drums, Sonny Chirac guitar. We do have the vocals, Leon Thomas as well. This one goes pretty out there. The title track hits all the marks. You want free jazz, it goes there. You want sort of percussionist sort of experiments, it goes there too. Wailing sax, classic album. So it was there for $40. I was like, George, please grab this for me, and he did. Luckily, he wasn't looking for it. I appreciate him doing that for me, and I of course paid him back. And 40, I think it was 45 actually. What a score! And I got this as a gift. This is the Sons of Kemet. Your Queen is a Reptile. This is a new group on the New Impulse Jazz label. Double LP. Each track is sort of a tribute to a black woman or black historical figure, all women. Every track is my queen is, my queen is, my queen is. So my queen is Ada Easton, my queen is Harriet Tubman, my queen is Angela Davis. And I have to listen to this again. I got this, played it once or twice a couple years ago. I knew it sort of like, got me moving that day. So I'm gonna play this again. Great gift. As box set. The only one I have is the Record Store Day, Sunrise in Egypt, 71. I don't participate in Record Store Day, really. I work at a store, so we are busy that day, but I do, of course, one of the perks is getting able to pull some records aside. Now, this was highly limited on one of the drops from last year, and I didn't get it. We only got one. So if we only get one of something, we would save it. We definitely don't allow obviously the customer's got to get a shot at it. So it went, of course, and I had to grab it online. I had to pay way more for it than I intended to. And I'm still processing this box, of course. It's great. The individual albums have now been coming out separately. I've heard maybe 2/5 of this. It's 5 LPs, and it's really wonderful. Great notes in here. Great set. So the next one is a 7-inch or a 10-inch. I don't have any 7 inches 45s, jazz 45s. But I do have another Sun Ra 10-inch Nuclear War talking about, yeah, Nuclear War. A really cool, funky, sort of boundary pushing record, talking about swearing all over that track. But it also features the Outer Reach, the early version of Outer Reach, Intense Energy, and Twilight originally on the shoe. This is a modern harmonic 10-inch red vinyl. And this was also part of the Lucifer record. I can't remember the exact Sun Ra, but just was reissued. Was originally a Saturn hand private press. Nuclear War is on that track record as well. Okay, recent jazz score. I just bought this record this past weekend. I was home seeing family in Long Island. Went to a store. I'm going to talk more about that store in my next video. I haven't even heard this yet, but it's more Roland Kirk. We have Rassan Roland Kirk and the Vibration Society on Atlantic. It's a white label promo. I've not even heard it yet. I just got these home. Roland Kirk, not expensive, but always really interesting. Roland Kirk playing everything on this. With Leroy Jenkins on violin. We have violin on here. Cornelius Smith on Celeste. I'm curious to hear that. But this is from 1970, and I just knew it had to be good. It's Roland Kirk. It's going to be good. 2021 record I hope to find. It's Bill Lewis and Khan Jamal 1978 Philly Jazz record. I love Khan Jamal. I have the Drum Dance of the Motherland, two different reissues of that. And I'm really looking for more of that space age cosmic jazz sound that he was doing on Vibes. And this is from 78, as I said, and it's of course getting up there in price. So I'm looking for that one. Record I want to upgrade. Again, I have two things here. One is kind of funny because I don't have a sleeve for this. Brilliant Corners, Thelonious Monk. Original on Riverside. It's not in the best shape, but it's original record. I've been looking for a nice sleeve of this for a while. This was found. I've had this for over 20 years with that original collection of jazz I keep referencing, and it's moved with me in all my moves. And I'm still looking for a nice sleeve for this. I gotta upgrade that, but the main thing I want to talk or show some light on real quick was some Ethiopian jazz, Mulatu Astake. I would love to upgrade this 2002 French copy of Ethio Jazz to an original. Yeah, sure, 4-figure album. I'd love to upgrade it. Pie in the sky upgrade. I'm sure most of you know Mulatu Astake, but pioneer in Ethiopian jazz, bringing in funk, bringing in African sounds, the modes and scales of of Ethiopian music. This features Fakade, Amde, Pascal, and includes some of his most beautiful songs. Beautiful music. Absolutely killer. So it's a wishful thinking upgrade. Just an excuse to show some Mulatu Astake. A couple more free jazz album. There's lots of free jazz that I've already shown, really. But I'll just show the most recent record I got. And it's this Bob James Trio, Explosions. I'm sure this is not unknown out there in the VC. I got this under value, I think. It's going up in price based on, the sound and based on who's on here. But it's a trio, Bob James for ESP, Bar Phillips on bass, and Robert Posar, aka Cleve Posar, percussion, with Bob Ashley. So the second side has Robert Ashley, who's credited here as Bob, but I don't really know if it seems like he's got to be on here, I think, but the second side is essentially all these tape loop cut-ups and experiments, and it is great, alongside what Bob James is doing, playing very subtle, very sparse, you know, at times atonal, at times harsh, but it all really works together. This is the 1966 mono pressing. Found this on eBay for just over 20, and this isn't really an expensive record, but I think it's getting harder and harder to get it that kind of price. Fine shape. You know, it's got this writing on the cover here. It's got this tape, this masking tape, which I thought about getting off, but I didn't. I'll probably leave it. I think this could be problematic. I may try. And these writing, but otherwise, it's totally fine. So that's my free jazz record. A Desert Island disc. Now, I did a top 5 Desert Island records for Psychedelic Snow, and I included this one. For this video, I'm going to include something else. Well, what I included for him was Nation Time Joe McPhee, an absolute mind bender in jazz funk and funk really times. This one just gets soulful as hell and really moves. Joe McPhee sounding amazing. It is a live recorded at Vassar, but I did show this as a Desert Island, and it is, but I thought for this one I'm going to show a second one. And it's another Joe Henderson record, Milestone Elements with Alice Coltrane. I can't say enough about this record. Just, it does everything I want a jazz record to do. It floats, it's experimental, it's sort of cosmic, it's strange, it doesn't sound like jazz at times, but it's just totally lush and far-reaching. Joe's playing tenor, alto, and flute. Alice Coltrane, she's on the piano, harp, tambura, harmonium. We have Charlie Hayden on bass, Kenny Nash on various percussion, and Michael White violin. I don't think this is, not an unknown record at all, but if you don't have this, you should check this out for sure. This is, I think, the first reissue. It's got a barcode here. Probably an 80s reissue. It's originally from 74. Recorded in 73 in Los Angeles, it says here. Mind-bending record, amazing. And this pressing sounds great. I think there was a more recent reissue of this, so this is out there. And the originals aren't crazy either. It should be. This is something else. On Milestone. Also a division of Fantasy. So that is it. Desert Island pick, and that's it for Jazz Vinyl Tag 2021. Thank you, Chris, for starting it up. Hope all those were some good picks for you, and you enjoyed those, and you enjoyed this Malcolm Cecil record. Rest in peace. I like doing the vinyl tag. It's cool to show a different array of records, and jazz, of course. There's so many different styles and artists and eras. You can go on and on with jazz, so always looking for more, and I appreciate seeing other jazz vinyl tag that been out there. Some great ideas. Alright, gonna say good night. Take care. Till next time, VC.